U.S. reaffirms strong support to India in fight against terrorism. State Department. The U.S. reaffirmed its strong support for India's fight against terrorism and the bilateral strategic partnership during the visit of an Indian all-party parliamentary delegation last week, the State Department said. The multi-party delegation led by Congress MP Shashi Tharoor met the U.S. Deputy Secretary of State Christopher Landau last week in Washington. State Department spokesperson Tammy Bruce said at a press briefing on Tuesday that Landau reaffirmed the U.S. strong support to India in the fight against terrorism and the strategic partnership between the two countries. The delegation visited the U.S. as part of the government's global outreach efforts after Operation Sindoor. India launched the operation in retaliation to the April 22 Pahalgam terror attack that claimed 26 lives. Responding to a question, Bruce said that a Pakistani parliamentary delegation led by Bilawal Bhutto Zardari met officials of the State Department, including Under-Secretary for Political Affairs Alison Hooker, during its visit to Washington last week. Hooker reiterated the U.S. support for the ongoing cessation of on-ground hostilities. As you might imagine, thank God, between India and Pakistan, Bruce said, adding that they also discussed important issues about the U.S.-Pakistan bilateral relationship, including counter-terrorism cooperation. So that meeting occurred. When asked if the U.S. received any assurance from Pakistan that it will take action against terrorists, Bruce said she was not going to discuss the details of those conversations. Swipe left for next video. In response to a question on President Donald Trump offering to mediate on the issue of Kashmir, Bruce said, "Well, I can't speak to what's on the mind or the plans of the president. What I do know is that I think we all recognize that President Trump, in each step that he takes, it's made to solve generational differences between countries, generational war." Bruce added that it should not surprise anyone that he would want to manage something like that. So, while I can't speak to his plans, the world knows his nature, and I can't speak to any details of what he might have in that regard, but it is an exciting time that if we can get to a point in that particular conflict, Bruce said, adding that it is a very interesting time. India has rejected any mediation related to the dispute on Jammu and Kashmir with Pakistan and maintains that Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh are and will always remain an integral part of the country. Latest blogs.